Hi there. How goes it? I have a new journal. Well, it's from the 19th. It's pretty new. First one of that day. The Mayan day was 8 Earth, 11/19/2010. It's in the Embracing the Shadows series called Accepting the Rejected Self, Ho'oponopono. And it was kind of prefigured or mentioned in the previous journal I recorded on humility. And so this is me working through some things where it appears other people were guilty of certain behaviors. This is a deeper look into that. So, who and what am I this morning? What is different? I had the wisp of a dream fragment as I awoke this morning. Things are looking up for that, and I am glad. I was in a class of some kind. You know, my friends, there are dreams, and then there are dreams. I wasn't always a non-dream rememberer. We also leave the body at night and go to classes, etheric classes. So much I remember from the past. Not always, but that can be more real than symbolic, remembering that. Everything isn't always symbolic, sometimes it's real. The ascended masters teach that in the etheric plane, dimension, or density, congruent with and just above our earth are their retreats, like sacred, full of castles and beauty. We may visit at night. This is not for everyone, but for those souls on the path homeward, entrance is not guaranteed. One can make a request to be taken there, though. They hold regular classes for the mankind of Earth, among others, I'm sure. Heck, we're the others for that matter. Anyway, I think the information about which angelic or ascended master's retreat is where is congruent with which city or area can be found on tsl.org. That's the Summit Lighthouse site. Anyway, that's where I originally learned it, many long years ago. The one I remember right now as an example is that of Archangel Michael. It's over Banff, Lake Louise, I think, in Canada. From the pictures of the area, a heavenly place in its own right here on Earth. Anyway, if you have recall about being in a classroom environment, being taught spiritual lessons, don't be too sure it's not accurate. Not all dreams are symbolic. Sorry for going on as if I know what I'm talking about. What a laugh. With me close to no dream recall, and I'm talking about dreams. Oh well, it is what it is. I have no complaints. Complaining is no way to greet life. Everything has meaning, has hidden blessing within it. Even not getting what we want holds many a blessing. It can take a while to unwrap the package is all. No wonder I can't read this. I didn't zoom it. Much better. Okay. Of course, I lost my place. Nothing new. Oh, the flaming maple tree is bathed in the morning sun. How truly beautiful. Seeming actually radiant, as if lit from within. Oh my God, what a display. Just this one tree. The delights of our earth go on endlessly. May our eyes of heart open to see them, every one. May our mind clear and be cleared of all the blockages to sight, true vision, vision of the light underlying all that we see. This has been an interesting time for me, the last 10 days or so. How about you? During that time, I've had something happen which is so freaking rare, yet happened multiple times. I've been seen by others in a negative light. Okay, let me get back up here. They've seen darkness, imperfection, even evil in me. Very interesting. Now, remember always that this is no judgment or complaint. This is simply a looking at what is, a being with that. In the last days, I've had a dear friend see enough darkness here to want to break away, to have the love remain, but cease outer contact, pretty much. That's pretty intense. Try being on the receiving end of that. Then, there's another, not quite so close friend who's been chipping away at what she sees as wrong or imperfect in the way I view life. This has gotten intense enough for me to want to break away from her. How interesting is that? I'm a pretty easygoing character, you know, most of the time. Finally, a visitor who came to my YouTube site began leaving comments on my videos telling people I am a reptilian in hologram disguise. Right. What do you say to that? I tried to speak with this one, respond to the comments. No go, though. Quite attached to his or her view. Well, everyone is sovereign. We have the right to put our personal world together our own way. He is entitled. I wish him well. So, rather than locking out all of these people, rather than looking at all of these people as having problems of vision, I look to the self. What am I hiding from me? How am I looking at my world and not seeing correctly? What is the message all of this brings? Of course, it's not what seems obvious in each instance. I'm not evil. I'm no reptilian. Well, that I know of. I guess anything's possible, my friends. We've all got surprises in store. Best not to be attached to any single way of viewing life. And finally, my choices are my own to make. I don't need to be fixed by a friend. Thus, I can both navigate the seeming outer happenings as heart guides me, yet also be looking on a deeper level from within. Things that happen in threes especially deserve our focused attention. They are speaking. What is this saying to me? In each instance, I am aware that the person is projecting their self out upon me, projecting what they reject in their self out into their external environment. And that would be me in these cases. The mind would like to say, okay, it's their fault, not yours. All done. I'm out of here. Well, thank goodness for being observant. We don't ignore threes. I sense the mind has some fear, some discomfort with this. It wants to say, well, it's natural when you're becoming more of light, more intensely that this would stir up the darkness in others, cause them to project this stirred darkness on you. Do you see the finger pointing in that? The wanting to run away, not stand up and be sovereign, not look within, not own my own shadow? Okay, so I reject that. The advice of mind is less than useful anyway. And so moving on, looking deeper. What is seen? In each case, the friend or person is projecting darkness on me, seeing either evil or imperfection there and then rejecting it. Okay, they have that in common. What do I see? What is this telling me? I own that higher self brought this my way. I own that it is for my true benefit. Surface appearances aside. That's just the wrapping paper, the gifts deeper in. So, let's spread my identity out farther. I am each of these people. They are an aspect of self which I have rejected. An aspect of self that sees darkness in others. Do you see how that could be? I am not owning that. What do I get when I welcome it in? Let's have a look. There is some heretofore rejected aspect of self that projects its darkness onto others. I am doing that. Since vision does not come for me right away, I will do some ho'oponopono on it. Take it in, ask forgiveness, say I'm sorry and mean it from the heart, and finally I will say, I love you. Then thank you. Be right back. And so it's funny here in the journal, I put 3 dots. I was going to go do it, but then Spirit brought me back to the keyboard, so I see right away something I didn't see before. The close friend who rejected me for the darkness she projected here. As I looked at that, I immediately saw how there is personal fault in seeing my friend this way by looking at her as being